my name's Hannah and today I'm going to take you through how to activate your pelvic floor and lower abs. So we're going to do this laying down, and this is something that you can do in the mornings before you get out of bed and in the evenings before you go to sleep. It's a really good time to really focus on working on those pelvic floor exercises. So what we're going to do is just going to come down onto the mat, feet are hip distance apart. If you feel like you need something between your knees, you can place a cushion there, keeping your pelvis in neutral. So there should be a little gap under that low back. You shouldn't be able to get your fingers off the ground though, so just a little gap to kind of like your knuckles. If you're lying in bed, obviously you're probably going to be able to kind of squish it down a little bit. That's fine. Just kind of make sure that your hip bones and your ribs are in a straight line. So this bit of your body is nice and straight. You're not arching your back and kind of pushing your belly out. Arms just gently resting, or you can have your fingers on top of those lower abs, which can help you to think about pulling those hips in, which we're going to do in a minute. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a nice inhale. As you inhale, the breath is going down into that abdominal space, so your belly is going to grow, and I want you to think about pushing the air out into your sides, so you're almost trying to expand those sides out. So we're inhaling, lower kind of abs area, and middle and upper abs are growing. We're expanding that air out. Then as you exhale, thinking just about our abs for now, you're going to pull your hip bones together, so we're engaging those lower abs, that lower core section. Going to pull the front of your body to the back of your body to your front, and squeeze your sides in, almost like you're trying to make your waist a little bit smaller. Then we're going to inhale, release that off, and exhale, engage. So think about squeezing those hip bones together so you can feel the muscles tensing under your fingers, pulling that front of your body to the back of your body to your front, and pulling those sides in so you can feel the tension in those abs, in that core area. Now we're going to think about adding in the pelvic floor. So to add in your pelvic floor, going to use the breathing. So your pelvic floor and your diaphragm are connected. So when you inhale and you release that diaphragm down into your abdominal space, your pelvic floor releases too. As you then exhale and your diaphragm moves back up into your rib cage, your pelvic floor switches on at the same time as your core. So it's part of your core muscular system. So we're going to inhale, think about releasing that pelvic floor. So you're going to think about pushing your pubic bone and tailbone away from each other, pushing your sit bones away from each other, trying to make your almost kind of like pushing them out to the sides of your bum. Then as you exhale, you're going to think about pulling those sit bones closer together, pulling your pubic bone and tailbone closer together as well. And then coming into those lower abs, we're going to think about pulling your hip bones together, bringing in those upper and middle abs too. So pulling the back and the front to the back and sides together. Then we're going to inhale, release that off. And again, exhale. So we're thinking sit bone to sit bone, pubic bone to tailbone, lower abs, pull the hips, middle abs, high abs. Then inhale, release. Release that pelvic floor as well. So thinking push those sit bones out, bring that pubic bone and tailbone away from each other. So you're pushing that pelvic floor down. Inhale. We're going to release that off, and then exhale. We're going to switch it back on. We're going to do one more inhale and exhale. So that was how to engage your pelvic floor and your lower abs. I want you to really focus on that whilst you're doing movements in your daily life. When you do your pelvic floor exercises in the morning and in the evening, I want you to be looking at doing about 10 reps and holding it for somewhere between 5 and 15 seconds. So start where you feel you can hold it for that long, and then you're going to just try and progress that. Keep a little note in your diary or in your phone so that you know where you're at, and then you can see your progress from week to week. Thanks for watching.